Hey, 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 Grand Rising. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Mushroom Coffee Time with the goddess, Miss Sinette. Thank you for joining me. I just wanted to jump on really, really quick. Yesterday was June the 12th, and I did a quick post on my bike ride regarding the arrival of my second grandchild. I have a 6-year-old granddaughter. Her name is Nova. And I think I found out Christmas Day was one of my gifts from my son and his wife that we were expecting a grandson. So yesterday, Ahsaan arrived. It was amazing. It was crazy because even though I'm a mom, you you go through the experience you of birth, and all that it brings, the changes of the body, hormones for us. Men go through things as well, but right now it's about us. Um, Wait a minute, let me put this on silent because certain time this phone goes crazy. Um, Back to what I was saying, hormones. So the hormones, the changes of the body, just we go through so many different changes during pregnancy. So the birth, to be able to witness another woman and to be able to support in that space the best way that you can based on their needs, because everybody's different. She was a champion. Ashley had no drugs or anything. I think she did the laughing gas. Um, she was in good spirits, even though she was in pain. If somebody was rubbing her back or somebody was rubbing her leg, she was still saying thank you. Whoever's rubbing my back, thank you. Whoever's rubbing my leg, thank you. So I thought that was so humbling, and it's always just touched my soul to again witness what we experience and go through to bring forth life. Co-creators, man, and it's what our bodies are able to do as women. It just left me speechless. I was really in a trance after seeing everything, and watching him come into the world, and that my son cut the umbilical cord, and he's a beautiful, healthy baby boy, and yeah, I want him to have the best experience, possible in this place we call home and life and all that other good stuff. But it was an amazing experience. He came in about 11:20, 11:18 to be exact. 11:18 yesterday morning, he was born. So hats off to all the women who have children, and all of the men that are honoring your women through women, wives, girlfriends, whatever, um, during their time of pregnancy, because it is a process, it's a change. It could be a stress, a strain on a relationship because the dynamics are definitely going to change, in some ways. But I think it's important to have conversation when you in a relationship, and some of us do, and sometimes it just happens, right? Sometimes it's not planned, and I would say the majority of um, pregnancies are not, you know, and we just kind of live and learn as we are going and experiencing life. So definitely when it happens, I think it's important to communicate expectations where you are. It's best to do it before, but again, if it's a situation where things happen, then try to talk and share your needs and expectations. And then, it's good to do your research on what each person is experiencing. We always think about the women, because we should, because we carry the the load and I mean that in every sense of the word, words that we do. We carry the load when it comes to uh, bringing forth life. So the moodiness, um, sometimes whether it's the awkward silence, that you may be experiencing, she's preparing. The body is really changing, and sometimes that's draining. The baby is feeding from her, and understanding that the men still want their attention, or the fathers still want their attention. Sometimes you got to make that sacrifice. So, but yeah, overall, it was an amazing experience. And I'm just going a little bit more into what I would like to see more happening. I've seen some support that I'm like, wow, that's amazing. It just makes the birth process for the mother so much more easier when they know that they have support throughout the whole entire pregnancy, and then through giving birth. That's something that she's grateful for, and it also impacts the baby, whether they know it or not. So, but yeah, so he's here. So yesterday, I was there, in the hospital, spent a lot of time with them, making sure they were situated, and um, he was good with everything. He came up the birth. She was, oh my God, it was when she got to 7 centimeters, and she kept telling them she had to push. She had to push, and they waited about. No, we'll check. They came back and checked her, and said okay. She was, I think, like 8 centimeters, and then she was like, "Look, I gotta go. I gotta push. He is here." And they were like, "Give it a few more minutes, and then he'll come back in about 10, 15 minutes." So by the time the doctor came and was trying to say, "Okay, I need you to listen to me," and trying to get her situated, Ahsaan was already out. He was, or she didn't even, I don't even think she pushed. Maybe she pushed one time, and he was out. And I was just like, oh my goodness, he's here. Look at him, he's here. It was amazing. It was amazing. So, yeah, that's what my day was like yesterday. So today we'll be going back to the hospital, of course, and providing more support. I'm going to take my Nova Poo up, and she can meet her brother. They met on video. Oh, it was so cute. It was so cute. My daughter did a video call, to check in, and first thing she was asking her mom, "How are you? Are you okay?" And then she says, "Can I see my brother?" And her mom, of course, put the phone in front of the baby, and she says, "Hi, do you remember me?" I said, "Oh, that is so sweet. Do you remember my voice?" She's talking to him while he was in the belly, in mommy's belly, or what have you. So I'm excited about that. I'll take some pictures and everything, and respectfully, out of respect for my children, I have not posted any pictures. I'm going to allow them to do all of that. I really prefer them not to, but when they're ready, they will. So yeah, that's what my days. So I've been kind of staying in the moment in this time and space, because I think it's important to just kind of tap in here. So if you don't see me up here on these channels doing my little magic work, don't think I've forsaken y'all. I'm just taking in the moment. I think, again, sometimes we get so caught up into things that are outside that, yeah, they add value, but not in the sense where when it comes to family and new beginnings in this way. So I am going to embrace it all. And yeah, I mean, it's nothing like having this experience if you haven't. Again, to watch the birth, and knowing that it's a grandchild or family member, just a baby, life in general. That thing just does something to me. I got so emotional, especially when I saw him. And I turned around and jumped on my son. I was so proud as a mother, as a grandmother, if you will, a Gigi, during grandma. But yeah. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go start my day. Got a few things to do before taking over to go see her mom. Probably take some breakfast and spend my day with my grandchild. So you all have a wonderful weekend. I will touch bases, maybe with some photos and an update soon. Oh, but before I go, for the grandchildren, so of course I'm going to be reading this to my grandson because I've already shared the story with my granddaughter. This is one of the um, publications my story is in, and this was an amazing experience where 9 other authors and myself got together and shared a legacy, if you will. If there was anything you wanted your grandchildren to know about you, or know about something that took place during your lifetime, and you wanted them to again know about it, we put it in this book. So this was a experience where it was international. So we were from all over the world, sharing in different ways. So my story is in here, and I cannot wait to share it with my grandson. Get your copy. A little bit about me, a little bit about my backstory, and yeah, I'm gonna do a continuum, not so much from this book, but I'm going to be writing again really soon, as soon as I get some other things off my plate and other things going. I've been writing since I was a young girl. I mean, journaling. I have journals from all over the place, and it's amazing that when I'm organizing my books, because I have a library, I run across my journals, and I'm just like, wow, look where you've come from. I think it's very important to express what you're feeling and what you're seeing and what you're being in your space. You can definitely, it's like tracking your growth or perspectives on a lot of things. And I think it's important to do that so that you can see how you are embracing life and yourself, things, changes, people around you. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to continue to write. You know, again, I think that it's important. It's also important to do that when you're planning a change, or you want to do something different in your life. Think about it and write it down. And then you follow through. At least you have a blueprint of what it looks like because you've expressed what it feels like. Got to tap into what it feels like in order for you to bring it to fruition. So get your copy. You can go to my website, www.kidsrus.org. They're available on Amazon. And this is volume 1, but again, there is more to come. So have a wonderful day, have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you soon.